All right, so we're out here for the RedBull KTM factory racing flat track team. All right, so we are out here at the launch for the RedBull Racing factory KTM flat track team. All right, so we're out here for the RedBull Racing
Fillmore is the RedBull KTM Factory Racing Flat Track Team Manager for 2019. So I'm going to go ahead and pass the mic over to him, and he'll get you started on a little bit about what we're going to be talking about today.
Hey everybody, thank you all for coming. Pretty good turnout here. So we invite you guys here today to introduce our new team, Dan and Shayna, as well as talk about and give you really a first-hand experience in one of America's most iconic sports, motorsports specifically, flat track. So if you didn't know, flat track has roots dating all the way back to the 1920s and really has been a breeding ground for a lot of America's best racers. If you look at the likes of Wayne Rainey, Eddie Lawson, Nicky Hayden, all those guys, I mean, they all got their start in flat track and then went on to become really road racing's world champions. You know, to bring you up to speed a little bit and give you a background about on American flat track, the series specifically, they went through a restructuring a couple years back and were placed underneath the new leadership of Michael Locke, who's here today. Underneath this new leadership, they formed a new class structure, and they also had a new vision for what flat track in America was going to look like. And the natural progression of that was new manufacturers rolling into the series. They have primetime TV deals. You know, they have, I think the attendance as well as the TV viewership has gone up. So really there's growth in this sport and in this series. And, you know, manufacturers have supported it more with contingency as well as AFT's purse money, both very respectful, and naturally to chase purse money and contingency have been new talent and new riders. Over the past year, KTM and myself, we've been paying attention, and we've been watching the flat track races, and we've also been working quite closely with Michael Locke and his AFT team, and that's why we feel like the timing is right for our motorsports brand and a company that is rich in our DNA and in racing to step back into this sport of flat track. As we step into this sport, we are doing it with the full backing of our KTM Global Motorsports team. It's headed by Pit Buyer globally, and then in North America by Roger DeCoster and Ian Harrison, who are both here today. We're happy to have them. You know, they've had an awesome start of their Supercross season, so hopefully, you know, what they have going on over there can rub off on us. And really, if I look towards 2019, you know, I see it for our brand as it's going to be a learning year and a year for growth. And that's why I can't think of two riders I'm more happy to welcome to our team than Shayna Texter, AFT Singles most winningest rider, and Dan Bromley, your 2018 champion. So I'm happy to welcome you guys to our 2019 factory RedBull KTM flat track team.
All right, that deserves another round of applause. All right.
They just introduced us to the riders, and they're going to let us take out some of these bikes. They prepped 4 bikes for us. They're KTM 450SX factory editions that they've done up in their flat track 19-inch wheels, suspensions lowered. You know, they're set up for us. Not quite the factory bikes that Shayna's riding, but we got to take a peek at those too, and they're just gorgeous. So we're gonna gear up. We're gonna go take them for a spin, and we'll see you in a little bit.
That's a lot, is it? Okay, well, already. Good fight for the damage. On the wall, too. Yeah, where's the air fence? Hey, you guys should have brought it.
All right.
That was fun.
All right, so that's a wrap. Tonight we were introduced to the RedBull KTM factory flat track team, Dan Bromley and Shayna Texter. Team manager Chris Fillmore put on a good show. I mean, he did it right. He knew that we'd be falling asleep if he didn't have bikes for us to ride. KTM was gracious enough to set up 4 factory edition 450s for us to rip around, lowered the suspension, just basic modifications, and quite honestly, probably some of the best flat track bikes I've ever ridden. Very little modifications, and they ripped. We had Lake Paris Raceway to ourselves tonight, and we would have kept on going if they didn't kick us off the track. But what a great group, great team. We wish them all the best of luck this year. I mean, they're looking to kick some serious butt, and the machines are beautiful. So check it out. American Flat Track, gonna be rocking this year. Thanks for tuning in. See ya.